You're listening to Season 6 of the award-winning Home Ed Matters podcast, brought to you by the Strickland family from the West Midlands in the UK.
We're just a regular family of 5 on a home education journey, and we want to share our journey with you and encourage you on yours. So thanks for joining us, and here's this week's episode.
Well, hello!
Hello!
I'm Luke.
And I'm Eden.
Welcome to
Home Ed Matters.
Season 6.
Episode 10 or 11.
Episode 10. Episode 10, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And this is our review of the year show.
Yeah.
It's the last day of 2019. Last day of the decade.
Wow, and then it's go to 2020.
Yeah, the 2020s. What a busy decade it's been.
Yeah, it's been really busy.
You've grown from being a few weeks old
Yeah.
to being 10.
10.
Wow, loads going on. So we've just been looking back over the different episodes and things we've done.
And it's been really good.
Really interesting. I can't believe we've got a huge list.
Yeah, we've been spend 15, 20 minutes just talking about it, not actually doing it.
Not actually recording it, talking about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
How many episodes did we do this year?
17.
Including this one.
Yeah, including this one.
Which spans 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
So we had the second half of season 5.
Yeah.
From January to May.
And then August.
And then August till now, we've been in season 6. We took a couple of months off in between.
Yeah, we did, because we had, loads of stuff going on.
So, before we get on to some of the favourite things we've done, we had a great Christmas, didn't we?
We did. It was the best Christmas.
I really liked your crocheted homemade Christmas presents.
Yeah, I did crochet, coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you had a wonderful Christmas too.
Yeah, fingers crossed you did.
We just loved having a family over on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it was really good. Went to see other half of the family on Boxing Day.
It's just really, really nice. And then since then, we have been solid at work
Yeah.
in the garden.
We literally spent half our life out there.
So if you listened last time, you'll know we've bought the adjacent piece of land.
Yeah?
Which was just 20 years of overgrowth.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was 30.
Well, maybe more than that.
Oh,
at least 20 that it's been fallow.
I'll have to correct my Blue Peter badge.
And we've had just a continuous fire going.
Yeah, literally.
We've restarted it every morning.
In the morning, just stir up the ashes.
Because it's all brambles.
Literally.
Which is just crazy. I've got a new respect for, was it Prince Charming?
Yeah.
Who rescued Sleeping Beauty when...
I don't think it was Prince Charming. Prince Charming is Cinderella.
But, well, which handsome prince goes through the 100 years worth of thorns, cuts his way through the thorns to get to the castle? It's just been like what we've been doing.
Yeah, literally. Daddy's Prince Charming.
So we did Prince Charming. That sounds like a song from the 1980s.
I'm Prince Charming.
We did a little recording by the fire, actually.
Yeah, we did.
So here's that. Well, sun is setting.
Yeah.
And I've had another day 3 since Christmas. Epic garden clearance, well, land clearance. Yeah. And the bonfire's still going.
Yeah, it's been going for 3 days.
I know, it's really easy to start up in the morning. I just stir it up and put the rest of the stuff on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Day 3 of it.
I can't believe how much we cleared.
I can't believe it's Sunday.
I know, yeah. Well, it's compulsory over Christmas to lose track of what day it is.
Why?
Because, you have more time off than usual. We're out of routine for the longest period.
Yeah.
Oh, the fire's really going. Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah.
And we've got the slack line set up.
And the new...
And the swing.
Which I would be on if I hadn't gone to Spectre's phone.
Well, thanks for going and getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the ninja line.
Otherwise known as the slack line.
Hey, we haven't had a lovely sunset since we've had all the trees, those big laurels chopped down, and we've cleared the land. It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's super nice. Super
nice.
It's
just chilled out. I'm glad we've only got about half an hour of light left. Been out here since 9 this morning. A later start because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
And we're out late last night.
No, it's Sunday. Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'll put the last few things on the fire.
Yeah.
You still got your tickly cough?
Yes.
It doesn't seem as bad today.
It's not as bad.
That's good news.
It's just really bad at the John Williams concert.
I know. It's always when you need to be quiet that it gets more ticklish.
Yeah.
Next time we'll take some throat sweets. Right then, off we up.
Bye.
And the other night, super exciting, we went to Symphony Hall.
It was cool.
What did we do?
Coughed a lot.
Poor Eden's had a cough.
Yeah.
Apart from coughing, what were we listening to?
We were listening to the best of John Williams.
So we were sitting right by the London Chamber or Concert Orchestra.
Yeah. It was a London Concert Orchestra.
And it was so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
What was your best piece of music?
Indiana Jones.
What they were trying to demonstrate was the versatility of him as a composer, weren't they? And I thought it was really interesting how the conductor, in between a few of the pieces, did a bit of explanation.
Yeah, it was really good. But it would have been cool if John Williams was actually doing it. But is he as good a composer as he is a conductor?
You mean the other way around? Is he as good a conductor as he is a composer? Well, that's the big question, isn't it? I suspect he's a better composer than conductor, but you don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
Because the conductor was saying that he's clearly a really good conductor, but he said he's a very average composer and a very average orchestrator in terms of getting his music for the whole orchestra.
Yeah, because he says you have to do like loads of different notes at the same time.
Yeah. I think my favourite piece of the evening was the one that was just for strings, and it was the one from the film Munich, and it was like a prayer for peace. No, it's not a kids' film.
Yeah.
And the one
Indiana Jones.
The piece of music that I think engaged the whole orchestra the most was the Duel of the Fates, which is from Phantom Menace. No, it's from that's the piece of music was called the Duel of the Fates. Yeah. But it was from the Phantom Menace,
which is
Star Wars, first of Star Wars. It's the one that goes.
Da, 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 oh, yeah, we haven't watched the first 3 of Star Wars for ages.
We are going to see Star Wars later, you and me.
Yeah.
Episode 9.
Oh, I'm so scared but excited.
Why are you scared?
Oh, because imagine if the dark side won.
Imagine. Well, we'll find out. It's quite long, you know.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Something like that. Wow. So we couldn't do any recording at the John Williams concert because they were saying no recording, and it wouldn't have been fair on the orchestra.
Why?
Because that's how they make their money. They're a professional orchestra.
Yeah.
So, but it was really, really good. Although it finished quite late, and everyone was a bit tired. Asher in particular was tired.
He was like falling asleep on the chair.
I know.
And then he ate all his sweets before the first part even started.
Well, he obviously takes after me, just, eating things really quickly.
Well, once we went to see a Star Wars film and Daddy literally ate all his sweets in the adverts, and I'm like, and I only ate 2 in the adverts, and Dad ate the entire pack.
I'll try and be more restrained this time round.
Yeah, well, we have got 2.5 hours of it, Daddy, so...
I know, maybe we need to take like a whole picnic.
Yeah.
Extra drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Sweets.
We had a quick look on our website.
Well...
to have a look through all of our web things. If you haven't been to our website, we're trying to produce more things there. So it's www.homeedmatters.co.uk.
Yeah.
And we're starting to share some like resource and book recommendations
Yes.
on there. So if you haven't seen a post, we wrote about Bartholomew's Passage, which was a really good Advent story.
Yeah.
We will start sharing more stuff there.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored, so we're just sharing things that we like. If we ever are sponsored to do a post, we'll let you know. But we've not had that opportunity. Plus, we just kind of want to share the stuff we want to share.
Yeah, we just want to share stuff. Tell you what we've been doing.
So we'll put some links, and if you happen to buy through the links, we might get literally like a few pennies from Amazon.
Maybe 50p.
As you can tell, we're not doing it to make loads of money. And there's plenty of other places to buy things.
Yes.
But we will start sharing the links to the books and things that we talk about in our podcasts to be more useful. Yeah. Well, we started the year doing bird watching.
Yeah.
The big garden bird watch. What do you remember about that day?
I remember it was a very windy day and we saw barely any birds because it was so windy.
I know, yeah. I think we did it the day after actually because it was unusually windy.
It was like whoosh, all day.
We were studying Vermeer.
Yeah,
in the early part of the year.
loved studying Vermeer. That was so good.
What did you like most about Vermeer?
Well, because the book we were doing was actually really intriguing of it, and it was like a mystery of Vermeer, and also like that Vermeer always uses like this particular shade of blue in like nearly every one of his paintings.
Oh wow! So I'm going to write down that we're going to need to share the link about the Vermeer book.
I think it was called like Mystery of Vermeer or something.
Okay. So, as you can tell, we've got a piece of paper here. We made models of the sun and moon, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And from Science in a Box.
Yeah. That was quite good.
And we coloured in the moon we moved the moon round, didn't we, to work out how the different. And I've learnt that's been one of my most useful things I've learnt this year. Really, just to understand
it's like understanding it.
Like which way the moon's facing.
Yeah, and that we never really see the dark side of the moon. And I watched something quite interesting recently where it said when it was like from the 1980s or something. Or
maybe Sky at Night?
No, yeah, it was Sky at Night, but it was this really unrecent episode, like an
old episode, yeah.
And they got just the first picture of the dark side of the moon, and it was blurry, and so they thought, oh, maybe it doesn't have as much craters. But then if you blur the other side of the moon, then it looks like it hasn't got as much Saturn.
Yeah, okay. The craters. So that was from Science in a Box.
Yes, so that's good.
In January, in February, we were actually clearing our existing part of the garden.
Yeah.
Because that had been all overgrown, and we dug in the big trampoline.
Oh, yeah. That was the first day I got my wellies, and, like, the wellies were, like, covered in mud, and I never wore them again.
But you've all done loads of exercise on the trampoline, and we've got, like, our climbing frame and swings, and, yeah. So that's really good. Over the year, we went fossil hunting at Wren's Nest.
Yeah, that was so good.
What fossils did you find?
Well, I found a ray one, but we weren't. But you technically weren't allowed to take it away. And Daddy said
take it away.
Yeah, take it away. Take it away.
So Wren's Nest is a national nature reserve near us.
Yeah, it was really good.
Loads of interesting rocks.
Yes.
We did a number of trips to Warwick Castle.
Yeah.
What was your favourite thing at Warwick Castle this year?
I just like seeing like all the views from the top, and like when you're going through the castle, like reading the bits of history about it.
Yeah.
Even though we sometimes have to rush through because little people want to get to the end.
Another artist that we studied was Alexander Calder.
Yeah, that was good.
What was the most... Because he's a more modern artist.
Yeah, his paintings were quite cool because they were, like, modern. And it was, like, the first properly modern artist we've studied. And, yeah, it was cool because it was, like, all these, like, pictures of, like, triangles and stuff. And he did a lot of mobiles.
Yeah, so he also made things. It wasn't just flat art.
He made did
stuff.
Sculptures.
Yeah.
And it was quite cool.
You're listening to the Home in Matters podcast.
So when we got to March, we did a big trip to London.
Yeah.
I had a meeting to go to with work, but we made a trip of it.
Yeah.
We did the Fire of London Trail.
Yeah, we did.
Which was really interesting.
Yeah, it took ages to get to the actual start of it.
And I didn't know there was that huge monument right near
Pudding Lane
that was built at the time.
Yeah, it was
by Sir Christopher Wren, who built St Paul's Cathedral.
And all of the new roads. He designed them.
Did he redesign it? And so that was important, wasn't it?
So the fires didn't happen as often.
Yeah. And while we were in London, while I was at my meeting, you all went to the galleries to see, in real life...
Alexander Calder and was it Vermeer? I can't remember.
Yeah, Vermeer's artwork and Alexander Calder's artwork.
It was so cool.
So that was
some of his sculptures.
Yeah, it's so good to see them in real life, having been studying them each week.
Really cool.
And then as spring developed, I mean, all through the year we've done lots of nature stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, like outdoors people.
Well, that's really important. It's an important part of our Charlotte Mason approach, is doing lots of outdoor stuff. So you did a lot of daffodil dissection.
Yes.
What did you enjoy the most about dissecting daffodils? Well, what did you learn? What can you remember?
It was cool because there was like a stigma in the middle, and then there was like these sort of little stigmas which I can't remember the name of. And it was cool because you could like open the stalk up and like see the little like seed balls and stuff in like just before the bit where the stalk meets the flowery part.
You can see the stamen.
Yeah, the stamen.
And these are modern plants, as in plants that had evolved in the more recent million years, because we've got one of the things we've uncovered in our land is an amazing tree fern.
Yeah, they had them in dinosaur times.
Well, yes, and that's when I was some of the bits that were falling off it. That's a fibrous plant, so it's a different structure to modern trees and things like that. It's fibrous. Really cool. Yeah, it is really cool. I felt like it was breathing an audible sigh of relief when I took off all of its old fronds and cleared everything out from underneath it so it could get some air.
Yeah.
So...
it's also a good place to hide under.
It's just, I mean, the whole piece of land, we're just looking out the window.
Yeah.
We're sitting in our conservatory. We've got so much more light coming into it since we had these 3-story laurels,
Cut
at
down.
least 12 or 13 of them, cut down.
Yeah, we've got loads of logs now.
Got loads of logs and we've got loads of chippings,
Yeah.
which we're probably going to use underneath the chickens, but we'll talk about that later. One of the books we studied was The Life of Sir Isaac Newton,
Yeah.
and you said
called The Ocean of Truth.
you really enjoyed that book.
Yeah, it was such a good book. And it was like, it was like boring but in a good way.
As boring but in a good way. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's a great recommendation.
No, like
Do you mean serious?
yeah, it was like serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sirius Black.
Yeah, serious. Black.
So The Ocean of Truth, the story of Sir Isaac Newton.
Very good.
By Joyce McPherson.
Yeah. I liked the childhood bit.
Okay, so you liked the most learning about his childhood.
Yeah, because everyone sees about when he was a grown up and like stuff, but then it was like when you could see where he was like a college mate and stuff, and it was really good.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And then as we came to the end of our academic year in May, we had Celebration Friday, one of our family traditions.
Fridays.
What did you do for Celebration Friday this year?
What did we do? Oh yeah, I got some roller skates. Yes,
Okay.
I've been wanting those for ages, and Asher got a new camera, and we just had a really nice day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Went to
then,
McDonald's.
over the summer, a special treat. What does Mirabelle call it?
Hot Donalds.
Hot Donalds. So
Or
when
we
you're
used to call
3.
it Old McDonald's.
Yeah, yeah.
Hot Donalds.
Hot Donalds.
Yeah. When you're that age, you give it different names.
I just had a big slurp of tea. So then over the summer we went to Devon.
Yeah.
Went camping in Devon.
That was
or did we
good.
go camping in Cornwall and caravanning in Devon?
Yeah, caravanning and dating, camping in Cornwall.
We took our boat,
Yeah.
our inflatable boat that we bought
That
the year
was fun.
before. Just did some amazing
Rowing.
rowing and stuff around the place.
Yeah, we rode like for ages. It was really good.
We really. Oh, and we saw those seals.
Yeah, we saw seals and it was so cute, and we had to put coats on, raincoats over on our
Our
pajamas.
Wow, that was one of the experiences of the summer. I think seeing those
Yeah.
seals.
Yeah, Asher wanted to call one Dotty,
Yeah, there were 2 different types. One was a leopard seal, wasn't it? And one
Yeah.
was just a grey seal.
but they were swimming up and down the river, and you could still see them.
Yeah,
It
I
was
know
so
they were.
cool.
Yeah, on that beach.
Yeah, I could have watched them for ages.
And then, so you over the summer as well, you participated in the Young Archaeologists Club at
Yeah,
the Black Country
Yak.
Living Museum.
Yeah.
And one of the days, you were dressed up as part of the takeover.
Yeah, that was so cool.
So, what was that? Do you remember what sticks in your mind from that?
Well, you like work in one of the things, so I did all of them. I worked in a bakery. I didn't do the street child one, but then that was a bit boring. I did the shop,
Yeah.
and then I did the laundry, and it was fun because me and the other girl who were in the laundry, we did proper acting on it. That was fun.
And you were all dressed up, and we came and
Yeah.
visited you. That was amazing.
Yeah.
We had our wildlife camera out, and we've got some amazing footage
Yes.
of 2 foxes going through what was then the adjacent land.
Yes.
It's now ours,
So cool.
called the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah, we called them Frizzy and Freddy.
I know. We lent the wildlife camera to our neighbour actually, so we need to
Get it back.
get it back.
Watch the gate, see if they're still there.
Yeah. And then we did some fantastic experiments with sweets
That
to
was fun.
demonstrate different types of rocks.
Yeah. So
What were the 3 different types of rocks again?
So there was sedimentary,
Yeah.
which I think is brokenish.
Just
type of rock.
stuff that falls down, lays from
Yeah.
sediment.
And then there was igneous.
Yeah.
And then there was one more which I can't
Metamorphic.
remember. Metamorphic. Yeah.
And we used starburst
Sweets.
sweets to demonstrate all of that by squishing
Yeah.
them together, melting them, and everything. And that was.
And it was so nice once we melted them. We
I
got to eat
think
them.
that was one of the best experiments we've done of the year.
Yeah.
That and the moon and the sun and moon was really good.
and we also learned about the different layers of rock through Jaffa cakes.
Well, yes, that's really important, isn't it? About the
Yeah.
crust and the mantle and things like that, the Earth's
Yeah.
structure.
So the crust isn't as long, then there's a mantle, and then there's the
that was-
biscuit.
That was great.
Yummy.
We studied Egypt, did loads of study on
Yeah.
Egypt. What
That
sticks
was
out
really
for
good.
Egypt study?
Well, loads of stuff really. How they're pyramids. We still don't. They're the highest stone buildings still in the world, and we don't know how they carted them either.
Amazing. And we invested in an amazing Playmobil pyramid.
Yeah, that was really
It
cool.
was on offer from John Lewis, so I had to go and get it in my lunch break. And it
Yeah.
was a far bigger box than I expected to bring back on the train.
Yeah.
And then in September, when all the schools went back to school,
Yeah.
all the school children went back to school,
And all
we
the
went to
schools went
Cornwall,
back to
which is
school.
our usual
Yeah.
tradition. We went down a mine,
Yeah, that was so cool.
Giva
Benny.
Tin Mine,
Yeah, I was
and
a bit scared.
really
that they
tied in
would
with
hit
our
on
rock
us.
study, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was quite dark.
And it tied in with a lot of the stories that we'd read,
Yeah.
like Moonfleet.
Yeah. Like Moonfleet was such a good book. It was one of my
Yeah, that was a really
favourites.
good book. We'll come back onto our favourites a bit later. We did our annual trip to the Eden Project.
Yeah, we did. That was good too.
Yeah, and we explored a lot more of the kind of hillsides
Yeah.
this time, didn't we, as well?
And there was a bit more sciencey bit where it used to be just playing, and the sciencey bit was really good.
You
didn't get to go in
I
it.
didn't get to go in it, I think, because I was outside with Bear, but also
Yes.
I've read a book recently about the Eden Project, how it was all conceived.
The
and,
Me
and
Project.
The You Project. It's inspiring, really.
Yeah, it's
Um,
really good.
Later in September, we had a Star Wars movie marathon, because I
Yeah.
had a significant birthday.
40.
And I'm still young at heart.
I stood at.
That was just really fun.
Yeah,
Enjoyed that a lot.
that was good.
One of the other trips we did in September went to Lapworth Museum,
Yeah, that was
which
good.
is an amazing geological museum at the University of Birmingham.
Wow, that was cool.
Again, that ties in with all of the rock
Yeah.
stuff that we did.
Yeah.
They had a good little trail going around, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they did. It was
quite
quite
hard
nice.
though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hard, but good.
We've
you have to look
also
very
we went
carefully
up to Southport and visited Blackpool
Yes.
as well
Oh, yeah, Blackpool was cool.
in advance because we really enjoy Strictly Come Dancing, don't we? And I've noticed Mirabelle started singing that as well.
Yeah. Remember she says, "It's Strictly."
And we grew our own pumpkins, so
Yeah.
we'd cleared a little bit of our old land, our current
Yeah.
our garden, and we grew some great pumpkins this year,
Yeah.
which we decorated around
Yes.
Halloween. But I made pumpkin beer, which came out really well.
Yeah.
We've got loads more
Yeah.
space to grow stuff next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be like epic.
Went to the Comic-Con.
Yeah, I went to the Comic-Con. That was so good.
It was really good. I just love the celebration of creativity
Yeah.
that is. That was something different
Yeah.
for me this year.
It would be very good. We would recommend getting the earlier 2-hour tickets.
We invested in priority entry this time, and that made a
That
big
was
difference.
so good.
We always have really interesting chats with people on the train.
Yeah,
don't
we do. And like
And that lady gave you
yeah.
£1.
Yeah, she gave us
so,
a pound to
so
spend.
kind.
at
She was from the Isle of
Comic-Con.
Man.
Yeah.
As the nights got darker, we've been doing more astronomy.
Yes, we have.
Because, and in fact, well, I should say, this whole academic year, we've been doing Wizards and Wands,
Wizards and Wands.
which means we've wrapped up all of our studies into
Harry
a wizarding
Potter.
world,
Called
which is
Harry
completely
Potter.
different. So we've enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That's been so engaging.
Yeah. We're listening to the Harry Potter books all the way through, which we weren't allowed to do before.
Yeah, that's part of our thing. So after lunch, if you've had quiet time, you come down after lunch and you do some craft
Yeah.
while
well,
you listen to a chapter of Harry Potter.
Yeah. Sometimes the chapters are really long, which is good.
We've been studying Rome.
Yeah, Rome was good.
Still, I mean, I like the kind of big picture history that we do.
Yeah. It was good.
We had the film festival in
Oh, yeah.
November.
We saw some really good films then.
What was your favourite film from the film festival?
Well, I liked Wonder Park, and then but then my best one was Rotten Romans. It was so funny.
And yeah, so I mean, I think this year's really been characterised by a love of history
Yeah. I
amongst
love
everything
history.
else. You know, it wraps everything up. All of the science, all of the nature, it's all been wrapped up
In
history. And I suppose again that's characteristic of our Charlotte Mason approach, where
Yeah.
we're learning through people's stories, the stories of the people in history, and the experiences they
Yeah.
went through and what they found. We've been learning from that.
It's really good. It's like history is a big part of it.
Definitely.
Yeah. Whereas in some schools they only do history in year 3 and they only do it some of the time.
My experience of history at school was that it was in a lot of detail, but I didn't link up. It was detailed in sections,
Yeah.
but I didn't come away with that big picture.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand the arc of it, which was important.
Yeah.
And all year we've been doing badges.
Yes,
With
badges.
another family. Different challenges. What are some of the challenges you've done?
Well, we've done our most recentest one, which was the global challenge one,
Yeah.
and then we did like the
So
Easter
that's
one.
the shoebox appeal.
Yeah, Easter one. There was loads. Summer one.
So we bought some badges, and then you do an activity, and then you have to
Yeah.
present it to the other family.
Yeah, that was
So
cool.
you're getting presentation skills for shy
Yeah.
people. We went on a steam train, Santa
Yeah.
special. That was a good competition.
For my
wasn't
birthday, significant birthday.
it? Yeah, 10.
10.
Wow. Gosh, we have done
Still
so
think I'm
much.
tired,
We
no.
did so much this year. It's just been a wonderful
Yeah.
year.
It's been a great year.
Right.
Whizzed by.
Let's talk about what's been your favourite book this year?
Abigail Adams and the Ocean of Truth.
So Abigail Adams' book Witness to a Revolution by Natalie Boba. Why do you love that book so much?
It's just nice because it's from like a woman's perspective, and most of the history books are from a man's perspective, which is really annoying.
I know, there's been changes, cultural stereotyping over the years, there's been changes in societies. I think my favourite book, or maybe my favourite author that we've discovered together over the year is Elizabeth Spear.
Yeah, she was
so she wrote
good.
Calico Captive, which we really, really enjoyed, about
that was so
settlers
good.
in North America who got captured by Native Americans and then sold to the French in New France. And so this was like 100 years before Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
And I just found it really engaging.
Yeah.
And it inspired me to go
good.
and read more about the history of Canada and the history of America. So I went away and read some of those. I'll post links to those books that I've read. And we've really enjoyed her other books as well together. Witch of Blackbird Pond, about prejudice in the early Puritan colonies.
Yeah.
And we're currently reading The Bronze Bow.
Yeah, that's quite a good book too.
Really interesting. I mean, so that's set in Palestine in the first century, around the time of Jesus. But again, it's about the Romans and the uneasy relationship between the Jews and the Romans.
Yeah, and how some of the zealots just want to
overthrow them by might.
Yeah, but they can't.
Really, a lot of detail there. Okay, what's been your favourite topic this year?
History.
I think we said that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
who's been your favourite artist that we've studied?
Vermeer.
Vermeer?
Yeah, I love Vermeer.
Oh, wow.
He's really good.
Who's been your favourite composer that you've studied this year?
Ooh. Just trying to remember some of them. I do like John Williams because it's all the film music.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if I can remember some of the others, it will still be John Williams.
Well, maybe the others haven't stuck in your memory so much.
Yeah. Well, it's because he does all the blockbuster films.
I know, and he is an amazing composer. What's been your favourite nature activity this year?
Does eating the Starburst sweets count? Because that was delicious.
What I meant by this question is, what's been your favourite activity outside or to do with nature?
Garden.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun. You can find stuff. Well, actually, just doing the fires in the garden and like watching a tree. People cut the trees down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all year you spent loads of time outside, haven't you?
Yeah, basically, we've been a lot more outdoory people since we moved here.
What's been your favourite sports that you've done this year?
Is dancing a sport?
Well, I think so, yes. Physical activity.
LKD then.
So you've been doing a lot more dance, haven't you?
Yeah.
LKD's the dance group you've joined.
Yeah, church dance group.
What's been your favourite craft or practical making activity or skill this year?
Crochet.
Yeah, I've been impressed with how you've learned crochet.
Yeah.
I've also been impressed with all like the diamond art that you've done.
Yeah, diamond art is good.
Finally then, what was your favourite trip this year? Either an individual visit or a holiday?
London. I did like going to London. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Though my legs were really aching by the end.
We did so much walking, but I
Good
guess
practice for Disney.
So much of the history and so much of the learning is in London.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and next year, so starting a new decade. Tomorrow is the start of a new year. What are some other things you're most looking forward to?
Like going to Disney.
We've got a big family holiday planned.
All the clubs starting again.
Yeah, you love all of those activities.
Yeah, I love going to clubs.
I am looking forward to bringing that land back into good use.
Yeah.
Making some good physical activity stuff, like adult-sized monkey bars.
Yeah, I want to do those.
Chickens.
Chickens!
We're planning to get chickens. Thanks for all of you who've been contributing advice on our various platforms. We're looking to get some chickens. I'm also looking to, just enjoying all that land again. Yeah,
it's going to be so good. I'm looking forward to going to Scripture Union again. I love going to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading Eagle of the Ninth. I think I'm reading that with Asher, maybe.
Are you?
But you can read it too.
Yeah, I'll probably read it after you. You're reading different books.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those are the main things I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, you get to read the books over again.
More of the same, really, because I suppose we're not going to be doing too much different next year. We're just carrying on.
Yeah.
I just love all of the learning that we do.
Yeah, and when we go back to Ambleside, I'm going to be learning about Victorians.
Are you really looking forward to doing that?
Yeah, because I've been spent like the entire time since we started home education wanting to do Victorians.
Well, you've been so patient then.
Yeah.
6 years later.
6 years later. And then World Wars after that, which is good too.
Yeah, getting more modern.
Yeah, but then I have to start at the beginning again, where it's all just fighting and battles and stabbing people.
Well, unfortunately, human nature's a lot like that.
Yeah.
Well, that has been a bumper episode.
Wow.
But appropriate for a kind of review of the year episode.
It's been a longer one.
Thank you so much for all of you who've been listening in this year.
Yeah,
I know we've got a lot more subscribers this second half of the year, so
Thank you.
really grateful for that. Please, I suppose if there's something we could ask you, it would be could you leave us a review? Could you tell your friends about us? Could you like and share our posts?
Yeah.
All of those kinds of things that just helps us be a bit more visible.
Yeah.
And also, just drop us a note. We really like it when you get in touch with us. Our details are at the end. We're on Spotify now as well, if you want to listen to on Spotify.
Yeah.
We do want to hear, like, how do you listen to us? Who do you listen with?
What do you
where
find
are
useful?
you listening? Yeah, what do you find useful? Where are you listening from?
Yeah.
So many questions. I know your time
questions,
is
so
really
little
precious,
answers.
and it's hard to find time to get in touch, but we really, really appreciate it. We would be doing this anyway, but it's nice to feel that we're not just broadcasting into a void.
Yeah.
We know we're not, because we know that you're all out there listening. So,
Yeah.
on behalf of the whole family, thank you. We love you so much. Thank
Yes.
you. We really appreciate you. And I think I need to have a cup of tea.
Yeah. I need to read some books.
See you in the next decade.
Bye.
Bye. You've been listening to the Home Ed Matters podcast. We love hearing from you, so email us at homeedmatters@gmail.com, follow us on Twitter at homeedmatters, and visit our website homeedmatters.co.uk. If you enjoy the show, please leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, or the UK podcast directory. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy your home ed journey this week. They say absence makes the heart grow fond. Well, I've grown quite fond of you. Some people may think you're strange, but I think I'm strange too. It's raining outside, and it's raining inside too. I wanna go home, place where I'm known, and where I know you. Walk familiar streets.